Yes, I'm botched and I just got help.
Hi, I'm Mark and I just got help.
I'm Charmaine Chenakira and you just got help.
I'm at a stage where now it's like, this is full time, we're trying to scale.
I tend to be the only black woman in these rooms.
Especially last year was definitely the most difficult year of my life.
Boyfriend, girlfriend's not even a thing. Let's just put it out there like that.
Morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
All right, man, can't complain.
You good?
We're here.
Morning.
Morning.
Hello to you guys and welcome to the Get Help podcast, episode 3. And with me today is the lovely Botch from Goneclub and Mark from YFit. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Botch. Botch from Goneclub.
Botch from Goneclub, tell us more about you. Botch from Goneclub.
So we're a streetwear lifestyle brand. Started the brand 9 years ago, 2017. And yeah, man, we just make fly stuff. We just fly.
Do you do it by yourself or do you have a team? Do you have a squad?
So I've got a very small team. I've got a business partner, and then my fiance helps me, and then I've got now I've got a designer, so that helps on board. So 3 to 4 people.
3 to 4 people.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling about doing a little art therapy with me today?
Let's go, man. Something different, something new. It's a new day.
So I'm Mark, founder of YFit Wear, a purpose-led sportswear brand. Been going for, it'll be 10 years in September.
And do you do that by yourself or do you have a crew?
Small crew, yeah, mostly by myself, but outsource work, and then one person internal as well.
Okay, so how did you guys get into the fashion business, or why is that the direction you guys went in?
For me personally, I feel like it's changed so much, but if you go to back in 2017, I feel like for me it was just because I've been around, I've seen like so much in terms of the space of the whole entertainment industry with like music, sports and fashion, and obviously I love clothes, so I just decided that I wanted to kind of just create my own movement, but it wasn't just the clothing that I wanted to create. I wanted to create a company that branches off into different things, which is very community based as well. So that's the long-term goal for the whole thing. But I just like fashion.
Just like clothes?
I just love clothes. I'm just a clothes fiend.
Thank you. And what about you, Mark? First and foremost, how are you looking forward to doing art therapy with me?
I'm not the best drawer, but we'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see.
Good thing about art therapy, you don't have to be good. How did you get into the fashion industry?
Yeah, by accident, to be honest. My path, what I thought would be a professional footballer. So failed, I guess, professional athlete career. That kind of led me to, I guess, reflecting on my path up to that point. So I had some health issues which made me sort of redirect into entrepreneurship. But I feel like, I found my way through that. The goal was to be a professional footballer. Didn't quite happen. Played semi-pro for a number of years, couple of professional trials. Then had my health issues, which kind of just made me think, okay, like I drifted through life to that point. Didn't have a why, so that's why I called it YFit. So I remember my why. Was always into sportswear growing up and how they would use that to motivate people. So I was like, I'll give that a try. And found my purpose.
Do you want to tell us what a why means, or
just in terms of just understanding your why, remembering your why. Because like I said, I didn't connect the dots as I was pursuing the football career. Because I think it's about chasing your dream, finding your dream. Because I feel especially growing up in a certain environment, a lot of time, as you know, it's like being a footballer or becoming a rapper is the sort of desired career path. So I always say, looking back, it was not necessarily my dream, but it was just the dream to have. So I found my way through that. But I always say football is my number one passion, so it led me to this point. Just understanding your why, understanding your purpose, having that kind of North Star to guide you, and you'll find your way.
And do you think YFit gives you a purpose, or how does that purpose present in YFit?
Do you know what? I think it's evolved over the years. At the beginning, like I said, once I found that drive and that purpose, I think everything just aligned naturally. But I guess at the beginning it was about it being a visual reminder for myself, but then I also wanted other people to feel that everyone has their gift, everyone has their talent, but not necessarily find their way in terms of expressing that through what they do in terms of work-wise. So that's what I'd want to almost, it was self-reflection, but then also you'd want to empower other people to find their why.
You've got another brand, don't you?
Yeah, I've also got a fitness platform called Fit for the Culture. which I built sort of accidentally as well. My business career in terms of work-wise was in football. So I worked at a big sports agency. The dilemma I always had was I knew a lot of professional footballers but couldn't give them my stuff because they'd have exclusive contracts with the big brands that we know. So it's just about navigating and finding a way to collaborate and partner with people. So I stumbled upon the fitness space, realised there was a lack of representation, and decided to create another platform called Fit for the Culture. So it's just about empowering people of colour within fitness, wellness, and yeah, that kind of accidentally turned into a second business.
Oh, that's quite interesting.
That's interesting stuff.
So how do you guys like relate to each other? Have you guys met before? Or like have you guys,
This is the first time.
did you guys know of each other's brands before?
No.
Okay, interesting. So I got two kind of same but different, like streetwear brands. Would you classify yourself as a streetwear brand?
So yeah, because I do denim jeans, I do a bit of everything. I do things for obviously my fan base that I've obviously created, but then sometimes I do things that I like, because some things that I like, not everyone likes. So I do a little bit of everything.
So how do you balance that, like making things that you like and things that you know like your audience will like? Where's the line?
I feel like the audience like I'd say about 70% of the things that I do. I just feel like majority of the audience are not ready for some of the things that I might wear because they might not be confident enough to style in that way. So that's why like of recently now on Instagram I've been doing a lot of fit pictures because I want people to just know me for just being fly. No. That's it, which is working. I'm getting loads of engagement. But before I was always just posting stuff to do with my brand and I don't want to do that no more. I want to showcase that my brand can be worn with this. I mix it with different items, so then they can kind of just encourage people and inspire people as well. And then with my brand, it's like the brand just speaks the message for itself, and then Bot speaks the message for what Bot speaks.
So are you separating your personal brand with your business brand?
Yeah, because what it is that one, I want to kind of just create my own identity for myself and showcase that, yeah, Goneclub is obviously a fashion brand, but with me as well, I'm into fashion. And with Goneclub, because I built it in a certain way, some stuff that I make, I wouldn't say I don't like it, I obviously like everything that I create, but some stuff that I make, the way that the customers might wear it, I might not wear it like that. For example, my best selling product right now is like my long sleeve tops. And I don't know if it's because I've seen it for time or whatever, but the way that I know some people might wear it or even might pair it up with the denim jeans, I just don't like it like that. I might wear it with either blue denims or with different shorts, or I might just wear it as a furry top, whereas other people are wearing it out. So it just kind of depends on where you are currently with your style at the moment.
Now we're going to move on to the mindful meditation. It was good to catch up, but now I want you guys to get into like your inner world. And we're going to make some artwork based on these cards. You are going to close your eyes, but first we're going to do the breath work, just so your internal nervous system knows that you're in a safe environment.
Okay.
We're going to start the mindfulness activity where we're going to listen to some meditative music and I'm going to lead a guided meditation. It's going to be short, it's going to be quick, but I just want you to close your eyes and follow the music. So if you want, you can have your hands in your lap, you can have them to your side, whatever you feel comfortable doing. And I want you to follow the music. And wherever that music leads you, I want you to follow it down the track. If you take a deep breath in for me, and then a longer breath out, and then a deep breath to your nose. Hold, and then a deeper breath out. And as you're traveling with the music, I want you to notice what you feel in your body. Do you feel tight in any places? Do you need to stretch anything? Do you need to stretch your arms, stretch your legs, maybe stretch your sides? Whatever you feel like your body needs at that moment.
I need to click my fingers, that's what
You need to click your fingers, then click your fingers. Now I want you to keep following the music and see where it leads you. Can you imagine yourself on a path, walking through a park? I want you to imagine what you can hear in this park, whether it's birds, it's people talking, children playing, the sound of cars. Now when you take a deep breath in, hold, and then a deeper breath out. And as you walk through this park, I want you to notice the weather. Is it cold? Is it warm? Is the sun shining? Are you walking with somebody else, or are you walking by yourself? Is there a bench in your park? Are there any swings? And I want you to pick anywhere in the park where you feel safe, and I want you to sit down. I want you to take a deep breath in, and then hold, and then deeper breath out. I want you to tell yourself that you're safe, and that this environment is going to be safe, and this activity you're about to do is a safe place for you. If you're imagining anything else in your park, whether you're with somebody, you're by yourself, what would they say to you in this environment? Or what would you say to yourself? And when I count to 3, I want to invite you back into this space. 1, 2, 3. Welcome back to the art therapy room with me. Hopefully I've calmed down your nervous system a little bit.
Yeah, I feel kind of calm still.
You feel kind of calm?
Yeah.
How was that for you?
It's good.
You feeling calm?
Yep.
Did you discover anything in your park?
I was on the beach.
You were on a beach?
It was warm. I was picturing the sand, walking through it.
Was it peaceful?
Yeah, very.
What about you, Kelvin?
I was walking through a normal park. It's funny because before you said the birds, I already thought of the birds. I was with my fiance.
You were with your birds? You were with the birds and your fiance?
No, I could hear the birds. I was walking with my fiance, laughing. But for some reason, I don't know why I could see kids running around. But I was at peace and I was happy.
How was it listening to the meditative music?
Very calming.
Very relaxing. Music, yeah, just relaxing music, I can't lie.
Do you guys work with music when you're creating or designing?
It's interesting, that's what I was going to talk to you about. I feel like my work environments need to improve, personally. I do work in silence, but then also sometimes when I work and my business partner's working, he tends to listen to podcasts when he's working.
Same.
But then for me, it's like, I don't really listen to podcasts. So then when I'm working, it's like, it's not saying that it's hard to work, but it's a bit different because it's like, it kind of distracts me. Because then I'm listening to their voice and then some jokes going on and I kind of get distracted. So sometimes I either prefer to work in silence. I haven't really tried working with music for a long time, and I wanted to ask you as well, like, how does that impact you guys when you're working? Do you feel like working with music makes you work better, makes you be more productive, or just working in silence is just the way forward?
It kind of varies for me. In an art therapeutic environment, I try to discourage any kind of music because I want you to be able to sit with yourself and your own thoughts. This is why we're going to do our session, I guess, with just us speaking versus having like a background track or anything like that. But generally, to start with, I used to work without music. I preferred it, again, to be in that mindfulness space where I can just be alone with my own thoughts. But then as time went by, I kind of learned to work with the music as well. So sometimes I listen to music and I'll hear a lyric that I like or a lyric that I resonate with, and then I'll put it in the artwork. I'll just write something, like something that I connected with onto the artwork, because I feel like that's now part of my current psyche. How about you, Mel?
Yeah, my process is different. It depends on the type of work I'm doing. So if it's like creative work, then I'll do it in silence. But if it's like admin kind of stuff, I'll listen to a podcast.
Okay, yeah, that makes
The
sense.
music element comes in when I'm training. So working out, running, playing, you know what I mean? Any kind of sports, I always prefer listening to music while I was doing that.
Do you drive?
No.
I wanted to ask if you drive with music, because everyone keeps saying to me that, like when they come in the car, I never play music when I'm driving. I do play music when I'm driving, but a lot of the times I drive in silence. Is that weird?
Do you know what? I resonate with you, because my friends love a bit of like music in the car and stuff like that. But I think if I drove, I probably would drive in silence.
I don't know why, because especially when I'm by myself, a lot of the time I drive in silence because that's the only time I have myself to myself. Especially because now I live in Surrey, so it's like when I'm driving home, obviously I do sometimes play music, but I love to drive in silence because it's the only time I can gather my mind and reboot.
No, it makes sense.
Because people think I'm weird for that. So yeah, that's how
I guess especially as a business owner, a lot of you is giving yourself to the business or people around you. So it makes sense then when you have your own time
that's the only time. Driving back is the only time you get your own time. When you go home, then you got your fiance's time.
Do you know what else I like to listen to when I'm struggling to create? Like serial killer documentaries or like anything like super weird and creepy. Because I feel like I need something to boost my anxiety. Like I feel like the quickest way to like get into my head is to make me anxious. Because then like my brain will start operating at like 1,000 miles per hour. So then I'll be able to like generate more images because my brain is more active. So I'll listen to something that kind of like keeps me on the edge because now it's like making my brain work or making my brain come up with like different things. Or even something that's like remotely triggering, I'm like, oh, I can tap into those emotions because that's the environment I'm around now.
Yeah, so you're listening to them.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
So just be like, someone be like,
That's very interesting.
this serial killer from 1966, and I'll be like, wow. And then just tap into that energy. It's really weird, but it really works when I'm struggling to think for myself.
Do you watch like series and stuff? You do have like inspirational elements outside of work?
Mostly human connection. Like when I first started painting, or even when I worked in the mental health unit, it was my patients that kind of gave me inspiration. Their brains worked so differently from mine, so I found that quite inspiring in a lot of ways. I know it was difficult for them, but just to see how big their internal world is, especially working with patients with schizophrenia, they see things and experience things that I have no access to. They have multiple versions of themselves. So it's just kind of inspiring to see how someone's internal world can be so massive. So now we're gonna get into the fun part.
Let's go.
We're gonna start the art making, but before we do that, I'm gonna ask you to pick one of these emotion cards and see which one resonates with you the most. It could be an emotion that you're feeling right now in this very moment, or it could be something from what you came in before. But no pressure.
Okay.
Yeah, if that makes sense. Just pick a card that you connect with.
I was looking at that one still.
No, you guys can share cards, or if you resonate, we can talk about it.
Can I pick two? Because I feel like they merge together. So those two.
Okay, I'm cheating. I picked 4 cards today.
Picking 3.
You said that you only picked one and now you're picking 4.
Yeah, oh, fine. Let's see if I can narrow them down.
Then let me pick one more then.
Okay, go on then.
I've got 3. So.
Oh, okay. So I was the one that was following the script. Okay.
I don't listen to my own rules. No, I like all of them. I'm gonna keep all my cards. Yeah, we happy with our selection? Amazing, thank you.
They all tie into one thing. Don't know how I'm gonna make art around it.
Do you wanna talk about your cards?
Yeah. So I got proud, joy, forgiving, and relaxed. Now these cards, they all tie into one thing. This is something that I kind of learned at church. In this life, it's not about finding happiness, it's about finding joy. Being joyful in every single situation, being joyful through good times, being joyful through bad times is the best way for you to get through life.
What's the difference between happiness and joy?
I feel like happiness is temporary. That something can make you happy for the meantime. You can get something, for example, you might get a new car, that might make you happy. Next week you're used to the car, it's whatever, you scratch the car. But if you have joy in every single situation, even good or bad, you kind of just get through it. You will be happy. Joy overpowers happiness. So that's why I feel like being joyful in every single situation is strong. A part of that is obviously being proud, as well with your achievements, with what you've got going on. I feel like sometimes we beat ourselves up too much, and sometimes you got to take a step back and just be proud of yourself. Be proud of where you've come from. If it's a business, remember that you started it from nothing and you're making it into something. Whether it's turning over, whatever it is, you've started that from nothing, so always be proud. For that, being relaxed as well ties into joy, because the more joyful you are, the more relaxed you'll be in your life, I feel like. And then forgiving. You're gonna have more joy in your life if you're a forgiving person. Holding on too much, what's the word?
Resentment?
Yeah, doesn't let you forget about the past. When you're living in the past so much, you can never really be joyful, because you're always living in a negative light. So I feel like all of these tie together, but then the main objective of it is just to be joyful.
Oh, thank you. Mark, do any of those cards resonate with you?
Yeah, definitely, all of them, I'd say. Yeah, I think the joyfulness is there's an intention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's key, because, yeah, life throws all kinds of hurdles. Having that joyful mindset will put you in a good place. So I've got confused. Yeah, definitely been through a state of confusion of late. Especially last year was definitely the most difficult year of my life, especially as the year before was a really good year. So having so many ups and downs in the space of a couple years put me definitely in a state of confusion, but which also led me to be very mindful, just in terms of, again, I use that word, intention, really understanding what I want in life and being mindful of the energy that I put out. And then also empathy, which is a great word, and again, life happens, so having that kind of empathy towards what people are going through, yeah, I think it's a superpower.
Do you have any one of those cards that really stands out to you?
I would say empathy for sure. When you realise how much control we actually have over our life, it's very humbling, you know what I mean? So everyone's going through something, you know what I mean? No matter what they perceive or what they say, or even just, you know what I mean, what they have, you know what I mean? You never know what's actually going on in their life. So last year was very difficult, but if you was to look at my Instagram, it would look like I had a really good year.
I feel like being mindful is very important, because it's like sometimes we become so confused, or stuff happens in our life where we become so confused and so anxious with what's going on. We're not mindful with the things that's around us. And when you're not mindful with the things that's around you, one, you won't get no help because you don't know how to ask for help. One thing I struggle with a lot, and that's because I'm confused. So I struggle to ask for help sometimes. And then sometimes I'm not as mindful as the people around me, which kind of affects their day. So I always feel like you always got to be mindful no matter what situation that you're in. Because like you said, you never know what someone's going through. You might be going through a bad day. You got to always try and be mindful of someone else's current situation as well, especially when you're working. So yeah, I like that.
I picked 4 cards because all of them just kind of started to stick out to me. So I got strong, acceptance, hopeful, and worried. Hopeful, because I guess similar to you guys, I have roller coasters where I'm just there like, oh, things are looking good or things are great, and then things will take a sudden dip and you just there like, things are looking really, really good, but I don't know what's happened. But I always have I'm God's favorite. So anything will always work in the way that it needs to for me. So I'm always hopeful, and I'm always like looking at the positive aspects of my life. So even though like I have a bad month or whatever, next month is going to be a better month. It's okay. God's favorite.
I love that.
Acceptance, again, that kind of ties into knowing that I'm always going to be good, even though there's times where you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But once I've accepted my situation, I then learn how to adapt to it. I then learn, if I can't change the situation, how can I then change myself to fit the environment or to adjust to my new circumstance? Strong, because you need a strong gut to be able to accept. Acceptance isn't easy, but I have to be strong in my own convictions, and that goes back to being the hopeful. I'm strong enough to know that I'll be okay, whatever situation it'll be in, and obviously worried, because even though I'm strong, I'm also equally as worried. But it's just fighting between all of them, if that makes sense.
Okay, makes sense.
And I'm a businesswoman. You're forever worried. There's always something to be worrying about, or something that needs to be done, or something that needs to be changed, or like a surprise bill. The government loves to send me surprise bills. Right. So now we're coming up to a fun part where we're actually going to make some art. So either side of you, you've got your own trolley of art materials. You've got pencil colors, you've got paints, you've got clay. And also, it's time to put your aprons on, which are also in your trolleys.
I feel like I'm on them shows on CBBC, or is it? It's the arts and arts.
You're on Art Attack.
Yeah, Art Attack, that's it.
No, you're on the Get Help podcast, guys. So when you start your own creative process, well, how does it begin? Talk me through it.
My creative process is very random. I don't have a creative process. I just create. So I feel like I can't. Obviously, I have days where I sit down and I think I want to create, but I feel like with designs and stuff, I'm always creating subconsciously. So that if I see something, I'll make note of it. And then when I want to create something, I have all these things that I want to do. I feel like it's kind of different with clothing than art, because it's like you have to come and now create something. I feel like with me, I can see something and be like, yeah, so I'm gonna make something, I'm gonna add this to something, and I'm gonna add this to something, and now I'm gonna go and add and then make it.
I guess my process is I just pick up a paintbrush and go. I don't pre-plan, I don't have blueprints in my head or anything written down. I just kind of see a canvas and then feel colors. Okay. I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm more naturally drawn to colors than I am image. So if I can get my colors to balance, and then everything just grows on top.
You know, I don't think I actually don't have one.
You don't have a creative process. So how do you get from design to finished product?
I'd say, yeah, just living life. I think, you know what, my creative process is probably more living life but through training. So one of my favourite parts of the process is testing out products in the gym, running, and then finding inspiration from that.
So do you design your things yourself, or do you have a team for that? You put things together?
Yeah, most of the stuff I design myself. It's more recently I'm trying to get more people to design stuff. Just because I didn't study or anything like that. So you'll find people who are more experts in. Because I think as the business grows, you want to work more on the business rather than in the business. Because obviously as a founder, you've only got a certain amount of time and energy.
You get burnt out.
As you're trying to build or scale, you want to be productive with your time.
Yeah, and it's hard in fashion to be productive with your time without a team because you're dealing with so much. And that's what people sometimes don't realize, that there's so much stuff that you're dealing with on a day-to-day. You end up not being able to get things done, innit? Because there's so much things to do. You're speaking to the manufacturers, then you're gonna design, then you think about marketing, then you ain't got someone that's doing your customer service, and you got your customer service. Obviously I've got someone doing that. If you ain't got someone packing your orders and you get those orders, then you're packing the orders.
Yeah.
And then now we're in the space of content where everyone's trying to do content. And if you're good at the content, then you're gonna do the video, then you're gonna edit the video. Then you gotta think about the patterns of stuff that's doing well, analyze the data, email marketing. If you're running ads, you got the ads. Well, I could go on, bro. I can go on, literally. It's actually very difficult.
Do you think your race and your gender have a part to play?
No, because I feel like when I ask for help, I just feel like I'm just basically being stubborn towards it.
What's that resistance there? And where did that resistance come from?
It's a bit of a negative thing. I always basically said that I don't like getting disappointed by getting people's help, so I'd rather just do it myself and fail. And that was a silly analogy to go with.
No, I think a lot of people can resonate with that, especially when you're a creative and you have your own baby. You think the best person to look after your child is yourself?
Yeah, I just feel like with fashion, you can't do it yourself, it's impossible. It's impossible to run a fashion business, not brand, the whole business by yourself. It's just not possible. You need to be able to have people around you that know just as much, but even more than you, in order for you to even go to the next level. Because there's only so much you know. There's people out there that know so much.
Yeah, I think it's tough because I think, my perspective, it's probably wrong, but I don't like to burden people with my problems. Because like I said before, everyone's going through stuff, so.
But what's that about? Where has that stemmed from? You not wanting to burden people with your problems?
I guess, probably upbringing, isn't it? It's like, just used to that. Certain family dynamics or family environments, growing up, not really speaking about your problems like that.
What's your background?
Half Ghanaian, half Sierra Leonean.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's mad.
Yeah.
Now, my mum was born in Sierra Leone.
Is it?
Yeah, but I'm from Ghana.
Interesting.
But I'm from Ghana, yeah. That's interesting, you know. Learn something new every day.
And what's the family dynamics like in, I guess, your cultures? Are there any like gender roles?
I feel like my family dynamics is different. I don't know, obviously, I grew up with my mum and my dad up till like 5, and then my dad was out of my life from then. So I've always had my mum's support. Never really had my father's support growing up. But then I've grown up in a dynamic where my grandma's always been present. So my grandma's almost been like a second mother to me.
So you were raised by 2 women essentially?
Yeah, and I feel like being raised by 2 women and not having a father present, you kind of have a different approach to how you behave as a man. Depending on how your mum brings you up, you might see yourself complaining, because I feel like when a woman talking to their son or daughter, sometimes they might have to raise their voice, or they might have to shout and complain at them in order for them to make an order. Whereas a father can sometimes just give them a look, or say that their presence is enough for the kid to just pattern up. The father doesn't really have to raise their voice. And I feel like, especially if you're a stubborn kid and you're going around your mum's always complaining, you're gonna start complaining. And I feel like a lot of kids, especially when they're stubborn kids, they grow up without having that fear and that discipline. I don't feel like you can just become a man just because of your age. You become a man based on your experiences that you go through in your life. That makes you a man.
Growing up with both parents, when I look back at it, I'm grateful for it. Because you get, the dynamic, both the woman and the man, and just seeing, a healthy marriage in your parents puts you in a good position, because then it's just like, okay, you see what it should look like, you know what I mean? So
I think I was similar to Kelvin. I grew up in a household without a dad, but I had 2 mums, my mum and my auntie. So kind of learned to be hyper independent from early. To be said, let me say 3 mums, because my elder sister played a massive role in raising me also. We're 5 years apart, but when my mum was at work, she was the one that was cooking me dinner, taking me to school, making sure that my homework was done. Was raised by women, and I think women are a safer space for me, especially when it comes to business, because men can be ridiculously inappropriate, which is the most jarring thing. But I do think having a female-led household really dictated how I run my business, mainly because I trust women more, and my approach to business is from a independent woman perspective, if that makes sense. Like, I learned to be a kind of masculine from an early age. I had to be independent from a young age, so I've learned a lot of masculine traits.
And would you say that shows up in your art?
I did a collection about it, being a hyper independent woman, and what that looks like, especially being in my 30s, and how that affects like business, my relationships, friendships. It definitely does show up in my work, and it shows in my work ethic. I take no shit from anybody. I take no crap, but I learned that from my mum and my aunties, because they took no crap. They learned to do things themselves.
Messed it up, bruv.
They learn to do a lot of things themselves, and I do a lot of things for myself, and I find it very difficult to ask for help until I got my darling Sophie wherever she is, because then I actually did need the help. I just didn't know how to ask for it because I grew up in a household where you just got things done.
What do you actually make?
I have no idea, just seeing how it goes. What about you?
I'm just doing it, the base layer first, and then second coat.
Yeah?
I'll start this again, bro. This t-shirt has come out, not drippy.
Not drippy?
Nah, man, the sleeves they're not the same. The good thing about this is that I can restructure it in a way to make it make sense.
What about your business makes you feel the most vulnerable?
What would it be for you?
It's probably, again, working in a male-dominated field, and I tend to be the only black woman in these rooms. So you do feel the sense of vulnerability, but that's when that strong comes in, and that acceptance again comes in. Because you have to now work with your environment and work with the people that are alongside you, or like adapt to a situation very quickly in order to just feel comfortable in an environment where you shouldn't be in, quotation marks.
I remember seeing something online where it said, you go in looking to build a business, and then the business builds you. So I think for me, it's the vulnerability of having to, I guess, elevate myself in order to make the business successful. Similar to you, where it's like, I guess, I own a sportswear brand, and I don't really see many people like me who have one. So like, you feel like there's almost like a responsibility to almost like pave a way in your niche of whatever you're doing. Yeah, I'm very introverted, so it's one where it's like having to step into that role sometimes it's very daunting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even public speaking, that kind of stuff, I think, every level of the business, you know what I mean, requires a different level of uncomfortability that you're not used to, so.
Even the other day, I was at an art fair, and then some well-meaning man came up to me and asked me about the gallery that I work with and stuff like that, and basically told me that it's my responsibility to pave the way for other black people, and specifically black women. And I totally get it, but it adds that layer of pressure of being now responsible for the nation, whereas I'm just a girl.
Yeah.
I'm just a girl. But I understood the sentiment, but it's just a lot of pressure to be that person, especially when you don't want the responsibility. I didn't choose it. And how does it feel making content or being in business with your romantic partner?
We're not in business together, so I mean, we just help each other out. Now, we're not generally in business together in terms of like percentages wise and stuff like that, but it's just nice to see that obviously you got a partner that kind of supports you, because I feel like as a businessman, you need the right woman around you for you to function, otherwise it could be chaotic, because especially a woman's got to understand like how busy someone can get. They might go to events, it's very hard when they're building something. Some women might not understand that. I feel like it's a blessing to have someone, but she's got a business of her own, so she knows how it gets. So I feel like it's a blessing, and it just works both hand in hand.
These guys are the cutest couple ever. Genuinely, in terms of like, when you see like a couple do work together, or even, I guess, be in proximity to each other in business, these lot are so cute and so supportive, and I've like witnessed it with my own eyes how much they like love and support each other.
Yeah, no, she supports a lot. Big support. Can't lie.
What about more a wider support network? Has that been easy for you? Like in terms of like family, friends?
Yeah, for me, I think I'm definitely grateful to my parents. They didn't completely discourage my ambition in terms of pursuing, one, football at the beginning, and then two, the business. So yeah, I'm grateful for that, because obviously it can be different pressure, especially it's like your African parents and they're like, get a certain job, or you know what I mean,
Yeah.
Generalizing, but generally they're quite risk averse in it. So just having parents that support the vision was very empowering. So I would say, like I'm grateful for that support system for sure. And don't get me wrong, that like every parent's gonna have their doubts. Because I've always had good sports related jobs. So when I'm now, come to my parents and say, look, I'm gonna go full time with the brand. They were
They're like, oh.
Yeah, there's like, are you sure? But then I think, especially when the vision is yours, you have to own that, And then once you own that and take control of that, the people around you will get on board once they see the energy that you're putting towards you. And then obviously if you're executing, then they'll come around to that.
I feel like sometimes down to like the content you post and stuff like that, a lot of people just think that you've made it. So then some people are less supportive because they think that you've made it. But we're just producing good content, I feel like it just depends, but yeah, I've had good support, I can't lie. My mum's been very supportive. My mum's always been supportive. Like, she's never put pressure on anything that I've come up with. She's always supported anything I wanted to do.
My girls are my girls. My girls are my girls. They come to all of my shows. They share and subscribe on Instagram and stuff like that. So again, I've got a very good female network of friends that show me support. They buy from me full price.
Full price?
Yeah. They buy from me full price, but obviously they're the girls, so they never pay full price. But they're always willing to, and I think that's the important part. Like if they're willing to pay, then that's fine. Obviously they'll be like, can I get a cheeky discount? The answer will always be yes. But I know if it came down to it, they would pay.
Yeah, because you see those debates of like, should your friends support your business, or your friends are your friends are not your customers? Your friends are not your customers. Your friends are your friends, but if they want to be your customers, I feel like they should treat your business as a business, because friendship and business are two separate things. For sure. So your friends can be your business customers, but they're still your friends. I feel like you can separate them. Yeah, some people don't know how to do it. But it's not easy, it's not easy. Especially me, I'm quite giving. If you ask me for something, I'm probably just like, I'll just take it. Have this thing, or have this thing for next to nothing, because again, if I have it, why shouldn't I share it?
Yeah, that's interesting,
Yeah. You know me. How many chairs have you collected from me in this building before we even knew each other like that? So I'll give my things away. I think generosity is easy and free. How does your business affect your mental health? And then also, how do you deal with that? I find it's a safe space, because I'm able to, create, with freedom. So
Overthinking about things that you can't have control of. For example, overthinking the type of content that you're trying to do can have an effect on your mental health when it comes to business, because you don't control the algorithm. So therefore, you shouldn't put too much pressure on yourself when creating content. And a lot of people do that. They overthink the whole process of just creating content, and it's just an app. Literally, you can do whatever you want. Obviously, I just feel like there's no rules when it comes to creating content, because you can come up with the maddest plan and idea, it still might not get no engagement. So then what? You've just done all of that, and now you feel hard about it because you feel like you've tried and it hasn't worked out. And then you just post anything and then it goes off. And then you feel like, why has that gone off? That's just how the game is. Obviously, there's certain patterns that you may see that I feel like when you're running a business, a key thing that you need to know is to be able to identify patterns. When you identify positive patterns, stick with those patterns and max it out as much as you can. And that's what a lot of people fail to do, especially in fashion. So they struggle to scale, even down to product. I've done that a lot. I'll have a hit of a product. I know that's doing well, it's sold out, and I've left it and I've moved on. I'm at a stage where now it's like, this is full time, we're trying to scale. So if a product is working, we're gonna try and maximize it to make it work more. If I can sell 200 units or something, why can I not sell 1,000 units of it? I feel like when you're creative and you're solely a creative and you go into the business world, you forget that whatever you're doing is business. And creative people, we just like to create, but we don't understand the structuring of running a business, and we can get lost. And then that's affects us from making money in the long run, because we just want to create. I've learned that a lot, you know, because I came into the business, obviously just being a creative, I like clothes, I just want to make clothes. And where my bad habits lie is that I get bored of what I create. I'll make something and I want to make something else. I wear it once, I don't want to wear it again, I want to make something else. But then when you're running a business, you got to understand the model of what you've created. So if you made a long sleeve top in this design and it's done well, why don't you make another 2 colorways and see if you can sell those as well? Maximize it, have a domino effect product. Always say have your cheeseburger. That's my analogy I always give, have a cheeseburger, innit?
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ADHD?
No, I'm actually not.
Have you done the test?
Mm-hmm. I didn't get diagnosed with it still, but I still feel like I might have something to do with it. But
When was that?
when I was younger, what I do have actually is not ADHD, but I've got basically minor tics, if you know what that is.
Minor tics.
Yeah.
Explain to me what minor tics are.
So, you know, like there's people out there that got Tourette's.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a really smaller form of it called tics, just tics.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like you can't really stay still, you twitch a lot. It's something to do with like your brain basically signals things for you to do. So like, for example, my brain might signal me now to touch this. There's negative signals and positive signals. Someone with tics sometimes, they end up doing the negative signals. So it's mad because I haven't done it on the camera, probably because my mind knows that I'm on camera. But I was off the camera and I'm at home, I might tic. Have you ever not seen Billie Eilish tic?
You know I haven't.
Sometimes it's worse, like sometimes you might even do a noise. It's like you're doing something, but you don't want to do it, but you just do it. But when I was younger, it was worse. Because when I used to write, I'll basically do that, and then when I do that, it messes up all my work. And then that's how the teacher started to clock that there was an issue. Because I'll be writing da-da-da-da-da, and then it'll be like this. So my brain might signal me just to basically just to put an X through this whole thing that I just did. Obviously, I'm not gonna do that, but some people can't control that and they just do that.
Does it affect your business at all?
You know what, I had a thought about that the other day, like, if I didn't have this, would I work better? Because sometimes I feel like it does have an effect on how I work. Or it does have an effect on like, when I wanna lock in on something, I have to lock in, otherwise I won't be able to lock in. So I don't know, but I don't think the tics has an effect on like my work ethic or me getting distracted. I feel like me getting distracted is just me getting distracted. So yeah, it's quite weird but unique at the same time.
How do you manage your mental health? Like, let's say you're in like mental crisis, or let's say you said last year was a really hard year.
Yeah.
What did you do to kind of like overcome those stressful days or stressful weeks? What do you have in place to support your mental health?
Gym.
Gym?
Gym is number one. Yeah. Because, yeah, I think when you understand just what the gym does for your mental health, and I think like you're saying before, where it's that alone time where it's just you, and obviously it's your health, so health is number one. So yeah, definitely gym was my go-to for that, for sure. Because I think, yeah, gym is actually more for your mental health than your physical health.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Because I used to, when I was going to the gym, for my mind, give myself a break of everything, and also keep you in routine. And that helps your mental health, because there's a routine.
You think you can't get close to God and also be in therapy at the same time?
Of course you can, but it's depending on what you're being in therapy for. That's the thing. Because like I said, I can go through a trauma to do with someone, and now I have to go therapy for it. So that I would say, yeah, go therapy for. But I haven't gone through no actual traumas in my life where I would necessarily need therapy. But there's times where my mental has been low, but that's because I'm making my mental low based on wanting things or setting a certain expectation and not accepting and being content and happy with what you have. But other than that, I haven't gone through no traumas where I need therapy, to be honest.
Do you think therapy is only for trauma?
I just don't really see the value for me to sit down and talk to a specific professional on something when I can just sit down and talk to someone that's close, or just have a conversation with you. No, it's honestly true. Like, just being around the right person, that can just do enough. That can be therapy. So
could be therapeutic.
Therapeutic, yeah, sorry.
What stops you from getting professional therapy, Mark?
I have no idea. Yeah, I guess maybe it's the not having done it before or any idea of how it's going to go. But one day I will do it.
One day you will do it.
Just to see, because I think it's always good to try it and see.
Is counselling a type of therapy?
Yeah.
I did premarital counselling.
Was it by a counsellor?
It was something that you had to do with the church, like premarital counselling. So it was very good actually, because it kind of makes you understand being together, like in terms of living together and being a married couple, how different it is from just being boyfriend and girl. Like boyfriend and girlfriend's not even a thing. Let's just put it out there like that. That's the reality of it. But when you are becoming one and you're married, like coming from different families, what are the reasons why people's relationships fail and stuff like that, and how do we avoid them? And when you understand different people's family backgrounds and you understand the person, your marriage becomes a lot better.
Time is up for the art making. Now we can talk about what we've made. But I'm still very interested in your, I guess, premarital counselling, why that is easier for you than actually seeing, let's say, a counsellor on your own.
Because it's from like the church environment, mainly for probably like religious.
You can get a Christian specific therapist.
But I guess so. But I feel like obviously, I don't know. I haven't tried it, so I wouldn't know innit. So all of my opinions can be very, biased? Yeah, it could be very biased because I haven't actually tried it, so I wouldn't know. But the closest to it was the premarital counselling, and that was amazing. That was good because I learned things from my partner in those, was it 6 weeks? So we did it once a week for 6 weeks with a group of other people that are getting engaged in that. And they were just like talking about why weddings, like marriages fail. They're talking about stuff with like, actually most marriages that last longer are arranged marriages as well. And the reason why that lasts long is because one, it's like you've just been put with someone and now you're basically now in that process of going through it and working through it and making it work. And that's what marriage is, because essentially when you still come together, you lot are still gonna be dealing with things and figuring things out together. And not understanding one another and why someone behaves or could behave a certain way can cause problems. Obviously, a lot of people have problems in their marriages to do with finances. We don't have that problem in our marriage. A lot of people go through loads of arguments, or I feel like the moment when you live with someone is when you see the real stuff. And that's when everything can change. And a lot of people as well, when they get married, they might have not lived with that person yet. When you start, someone showering in the morning or whatever, they're leaving a mess or they're this and that, you see the real person.
That's like you showering in the morning and leaving a mess?
Nah, but we've lived together for a bit, innit? They say your real test of your relationship or even friendship, yeah? I heard girls say this a lot, yeah? The real test of a girl's friendship is when a girl goes on holiday with a girl. Or a guy, or a holiday. Go on holiday, be with each other for 5 days or 3 days in the same environment. You'll see the real person in that, whether it is their good habits, their bad habits, whether you can stand it or not. Then you'll know you can go from there, innit? That's what we always used to say, that. And you go on holiday with her and see if she's the one, innit? Be with her for a few days and see if it's worth it. If you can be with her for the lifetime, innit?
Now, obviously, I'm a big advocate for therapy, but I also think therapy needs to happen in your own time. So I say get help. I'd say go get help, or try therapy at least once in your life and see the actual benefits. And I think the most important thing about therapy is having the right therapist. Because a lot of times people will go to therapy and be like, oh no, it didn't work for me, but they probably just didn't build a safe enough space with the therapist.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest part, is actually trusting that person or having the exchange of energies that make sense for the person.
Yeah.
So I say give it a go once. If you liked premarital counselling, can you imagine what having your own individual therapy can be like for you? Like you spending a lot of time getting to re-know yourself, unpicking stuff that you probably picked up as a child, or like bad habits that you picked up as a kid, or learning how to manage your own boundaries, whether it's in a relationship or within business. Like there's so much more to therapy than people kind of understand.
Yeah.
Like I think therapy has helped me so much as a businesswoman, because again, I understand my boundaries. I know my strengths and weaknesses. I know what I should take and what I shouldn't take, or even just being able to make human connections with other people. Like I feel like I'm so much more personable now because I'm comfortable with myself, and I had to learn that through therapy. I had to learn like who I was again.
Would you say you wasn't like that before?
I'm like Mark, I'm very, very introverted, but I think with therapy, I learned to speak. I actually learned to use my words and use them more mindful as well. When I first started my art therapy course, the first thing I said to myself is, I'm not gonna be that girl that sits at the back and doesn't say anything, because who's that gonna benefit? Especially because I was paying for it myself. So I learned to kind of vocalize and be able to identify certain words or certain characteristics that like trigger me or stuff like that. Or even like learning what being gaslit was. I didn't know the terminology until I started my art psychotherapy practice. Like there's a lot of things that I learned about myself that I then apply to like my day-to-day. Or even just being able to take a second when I'm angry. Or like being able to accept, being strong, being hopeful. That only came because I've practiced in a therapeutic environment. I've understood myself better, so I understand other people better.
Just help with like your communication and how you process.
Oh, absolutely. Before I was a hothead. I was a hothead. Now my friends are like, why are you quiet? Or like when someone's upset me, my default is to just be quiet because I'm still processing what I need to either say, do, or just the circumstance. Because old me would have just popped off. Old me would have been like, actually. But new me is just like, let me think about what I need to say here before I ruin a friendship. Or let me think about what I need to say here before both of us overstep. Sometimes it's about removing myself from a situation so it doesn't escalate, and then being able to come back and actually articulate what I have to say properly. The first time I was in therapy was at uni, and again, I was just like, I don't like this lady. So I didn't go again, but that's because we didn't connect right. She wasn't the right therapist. When I was 25, I went through like severe depression. Went to therapy, and this lady was perfect for me. She allowed me to speak on like things that I've been like keeping inside me for like all of my life, and created an environment where it felt safe to admit things out loud that I wouldn't be able to before. I guess a few years after that, I got into therapy with a black therapist specifically, which helped me with my own identity, my issues being an immigrant, and how life has impacted me as a person. So did change my life, and I can speak now, which is really helpful.
Oh, you've convinced me.
I've convinced you?
Yeah, you've convinced me.
Okay, time is officially up. Producers are there like this. so tell me.
Mine's called The Base.
Yours is called The Base, yeah? How was the process of art making?
Therapeutic.
Therapeutic, you found it helpful?
Because I guess, yeah, it's a process, isn't it? So as I'm at the beginning, I had no idea what I'm gonna do. And then you start painting, it's just actually, you see it coming along.
Yeah.
Obviously, I need another few hours.
It's just kind of just...
Yeah. This is just the base, you know what I mean? So, no, but it's nice, calming.
Calming, would you recommend it?
Definitely.
Okay, do you want to tell us more about your painting?
Yeah, so it is the base, you know what I mean? Just, the colors represent different feelings. So I kind of went with colors that reflect my, what do you call them, the cards?
Yeah.
So the blue is the confusion, got a bit of the white and the brown to make the empathy, and then the mindfulness, yellow, bit of the blend of the white with the green. So it's, yeah, I guess, yeah, a base of emotions, that's what I call it.
A base of emotions. Do you want to expand on that?
Say, yeah, I guess a base could reflect a foundation, which could, yeah, I guess could see it as your mind, and then the emotions are just the different feelings that you have. And I kind of try to blend them, because again, you go through different, like I said, the confusion, the mindfulness, empathy. So I've tried to like layer it to where, yeah, so.
Gets you.
You can see it can you see it in the heart?
I can see it in the art. And you're saying that it was the base. If you had the time, what would you put on top of it?
Probably all your words as well. Hopefulness, acceptance, joy. So I'll get all the pinks, the purples, and then do the next layer.
And what would that look like visually?
Just, it'll blend again. It'll blend, it'll look a bit like this.
He's trying to copy me. He's coming for my money. He's trying to get that bag. If you had to be anywhere on this painting, where would it be?
I feel like I'm here in the midst of mindfulness and confusion. I want to be where the yellow is. So there's more clarity, more empathy, and more joy.
Do you know what it reminds me of?
What?
Your beach analogy that you had earlier on.
Yeah, that's why I put the brown is there as the beach.
Does it feel like a beach to you?
Yeah, because I was thinking about the water, the sky, and the sand as well.
Do you think the meditation had a direct impact on what you've made?
Definitely. Yeah, because it put me in that space.
That's
So,
mad.
Yeah. You're just going through your one and you're seeing the parallels, isn't it? You're seeing the parallels.
That's mad, you know.
Yeah.
That's mad.
What are you registering?
What do you think I'm registering?
You're seeing the parallels of what
Are you seeing your
your
garden?
playground, isn't it?
That's mad. Bro, you know how mad that is when you actually think about it? That's so mad. Bro, it's mad. Gee, yeah. Should I explain what it is then?
Well, before we get to you, do you have any, I guess, parallels or anything that you resonate with Mark's?
Yeah. When you was talking about where you want to be, I already said in my head I want to be at the yellow. I don't know what it was about the yellow, but I just said I wanted to be at the yellow. And then when you said that, I was like, yeah. And you said all of those words, empathy, joy. And I was like, yeah, it makes sense. There was just something about that yellow that stood out to me.
Do you want to show them your yellow again?
There was something about that yellow that just kind of just stood out to me, just made me want to just be there. And obviously yellow is my brand colour as well, but there was something about that yellow that I was like, yeah, there's a positive light there. It just screams like the joy, like it's just positive, like you want to be there.
Is this a piece of work that you'd want to keep?
Yeah. Obviously, yeah, there's still more work to do, but yeah, definitely.
Would you still want to sell it?
Nah.
Okay, what's changed? Because earlier in the beginning, you were hot on how much is this gonna, which one is gonna cost the most money, the paper or the canvas?
But I think this could be like a vintage.
A vintage
So maybe
piece.
like in 10 years, you know, it will worth a lot.
Oh, so you're saving it for later?
Yeah, because I think, especially when it depends on obviously how successful we all are. You know what I mean?
So you're gonna add our signatures to it, yeah?
Because then we just go back to the footage and be like, you know what I mean? Your brand's at the big, you know what I mean? You're hosting Art Basel and all that, and you know what I mean, on the highest level, next to Picasso and all that. So yeah, then it'll be worth a lot more than, you know what I mean? You got one of the biggest streetwear brands in the world. Then I'd sell it then, because I'm like,
yeah. Smart man. Yeah.
Would you show this to your mum?
yeah.
And what do you think she'll say?
She asks what it is, then I'll explain what I explained. The base of emotions.
Okay, thank you for sharing, Mark.
All right.
Kelvin?
So obviously, we started off with a bit of a confusion, didn't really know what was going on with the clay stuff. But moving on, obviously I didn't finish it, but I just doodled it, innit? Like I said.
Do you guys want a close-up of the clay?
No, don't
No,
get
it's an important part of the process because you obviously started in one space and then to another.
Alright,
So
cool.
you've been through a journey.
Yeah, I've been through a journey of mess. I don't know why I did this. Don't know what it is. Or does that speak to you?
Could be lips or it could
Looks
be a
like
bird.
lips. Yeah, it looks like lips.
And then obviously that's the t-shirt and then that's the rest of the block, but yeah.
You didn't speak about Patrick.
Where's Patrick?
Your star.
Oh yeah, Patrick. Let's not talk about Patrick. Let's just talk about this.
Okay, go for it.
So yeah, like I said, when we was conversating, obviously I only had 20 minutes to do this, but yeah, I was doodling. But then when you were speaking about the meditation now, I could kind of see what was kind of coming out from my mind in the meditation. So as you can see, as you know, that we was listening to music. So there's music notes there's flowers, there's the birds, there's a lot of other doodle stuff, but a lot of it kind of just resembled the walking through the path of the garden. And that's what you got here, which is quite interesting because I never thought about doing it, but it just happened. So yeah, I feel like this is a whole trick, innit? Like, this is a trick, innit? You knew this was gonna happen, innit?
Now, I just wanted you guys to kind of see the impact of our surroundings and what it does to the psyche. Like you had 2 minutes of a bit of music and a bit of guided meditation, so you can also think about a lifetime of stuff that we've stored in our heads. And I guess through wider art therapy, see how much other stuff will come up in your artwork.
Okay.
So like even with my own piece, I'll be there painting something, and it's only like after a while I realize, okay, I just painted a bit of my childhood, or I've just painted that relationship with my ex, or like it's just a way to get what I've been storing in my head and like making it real. I've actualized it into an image.
Oh yeah, knots and crosses as well. Who won?
Me against myself. So our heads and our bodies store memories, store trauma, store music. We're just like one big walking piece of like information. And sometimes we need to get that out, and that's what art therapy is, just like emptying and being able to kind of see what we have in our own heads.
Yeah, that's actually mad interesting, you know?
Yeah, it's interesting that we all have our own different mediums of how we do it. Because yeah, I would say through my sportswear, that's, you know what I mean, that's my way of expression. Through your clothes, that's your way, and through your art, that's your way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I guess you guys are doing it my way today. How was the process from, I guess, moving from clay to paper?
It was a lot more easier because the surface is more relaxed. I feel like with this one, I would want to make a specific sort of thing. So I'm thinking about what I want to make. And in that process, I couldn't. This one is just free flow. So it's whatever it is. So I'm just doodling, we're talking, just doodling, and it's just becoming natural. So that's the difference.
And does that kind of parallel into your, I guess, brand and your designing? Like when you have something like this, you want to make it something perfect, but then you have freedom doing something else?
Yeah. In terms of what? In terms of like just designing clothes?
Any part of your business, is there any kind of parallel? Like you have the clay and there's something specific you want to make, but you can't make it because
that's how I work.
It's stuck in your head.
So like, if majority of the time, my best designs have come from me not sitting and thinking that, I've got to do a design. It's come from, yeah, and then boom, then I'll go and do it. Having the freedom to just be able to create anytime you want. You know, like, you see the advert of the girl with the butter?
Yeah.
So, when did that come about? That idea came about just randomly. We were just talking, and then we was thinking about the girls, and then I just remembered the song, but I didn't know the name of the song. I was like, I was like, what is that? And it's like Satisfaction. Then we looked at the video, and the video just clicked with the visual image of the thing, and that's how the video came. Or like
it was a fun video, to be fair.
Yeah, like, or the shoot that I just did recently, that you're gonna probably see hopefully tomorrow, Friday. Bro, that just came from me just going in the shower, and I was just thinking, I was just like, right, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna write it down and note it down and do it. I feel like that's how the best ideas come. It just has to be natural, man. Like, that's how you get the best work. Even if you're a music artist, because I used to make music, and I was in the studio yesterday, and I was saying to the artist that, don't overthink it. If you come to the studio and you think that you're gonna make a banger, you're not gonna make a banger. Just go there and make it.
So go there and play.
Yeah, like, have fun with it, because at the end of the day, we're doing this for fun. Like, we're doing the stuff that we enjoy. Our mind needs to be like, joyful, innit? You don't want to be overthinking. You're not going to get the best result when you're, so yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Kelvin.
No worries. And yours? What's that meant to be?
I don't know. It's like a little, I guess, pot, although it has a hollow bottom. It's like a little happy face.
Is it? Oh snap. I didn't even clock that.
Yeah, it looks African inspired.
Yeah. You got a very signature.
Very distinctive style.
Yeah.
It's what my brain does, to be honest. Like, it's
like, you
the
know
only
that
thing I know
it's
to do.
very heavy on like facial features.
Like, yeah, because if you look at your art and stuff like that, you know that you've touched it. Like, that's really good because it's distinctive. Like, you can now put that song and someone be like, yeah, you made that.
Yeah, I always felt like your noses are very distinct. So from that to the different.
Is there a reason for that?
No, when I started painting, I wanted to make something perfect. I wanted to paint something like lifelike, photorealistic, but when it actually came to the making, it just never came out the way I wanted it to. It was just never that. It was always like cartoony. So when I picked up a paintbrush, again, it was the same thing, I can't do it. Then I just started enjoying it, and then this is what came out from me. This is what I birthed, just this certain African-inspired art style. And I think because when I started painting, I was kind of going through an identity crisis and trying to reclaim my own African roots. So I think that kind of seeped into what I was then generating.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just what my brain produced.
But did you have that in your head before?
No. No, I have these in my head. This is what I was doing for a long time, just like comic book, cutesy things. But this kind of just built itself from my inner world. Like, I'm so rooted in my African heritage that it just appears in my artwork. And a lot of my life I was denying it. Like, not even just denying my African roots, I was Jamaican for a hot minute. I was Jamaican for a while. And it's only when I was in my mid-20s, I realized that I was African. I know it sounds weird, but I suppressed a lot of my identity growing up so I could be accepted. Mm-hmm. So once it came out strong. It came out like this. But I don't know, I haven't figured her out yet. It's definitely a her. Maybe I had my hair washed yesterday and my hair was in a little poof. So I think that's kind of representing who I was yesterday / this morning underneath this purple wig. I kind of think it's like a little mini self-portrait of myself. I'm happy and I'm smiling, and my well is empty at the bottom. That means I'm in a good state of mind if I have nothing at the bottom, because I've emptied. But if I remove it from this, then I'm completely empty at the bottom. So I need a solid foundation to keep me grounded. So I've got a solid base and an empty mind, which is like the best mental headspace for me to be in, because I'm not overly impacted by the universe at the moment. I'm in therapy, I'm doing the work, so I guess, poured a lot of things out, but I'm on a solid ground at the moment, but the ground's a bit spinny. The ground still moves around me. I don't know if any of that is making sense, but essentially I feel grounded even though the world does spin and the world does move on and I do have other problems. And how does it connect to my words? Strong. She's sturdy. She's on a strong piece of metal. Acceptance. She's not perfect in any kind of capacity, but it doesn't even matter because it doesn't need to be. Hopeful. Got a little smile on her face here. And worried. I don't know what this little piece is about, but it's probably somehow still connected because I haven't removed it. So this could be like my rogue piece of worry that just still follows me around. So yeah, that's her.
Amazing.
No, I was about to say that. I was like, amazing.
Why amazing?
Because there's never no right or wrong. You know, that's your piece of art. So yeah, learn about what's going on over here on this end here. But yeah,
How do you feel about looking at them both next to each other?
I don't know how to feel, to be honest with you. I just want to put that back into the block, and then just keep this. But this sort of thing I do quite a lot. I end up throwing them away, but I always do it again.
I'm trying to think what this could be a metaphor for. So if you've got a t-shirt, you've got a star, what could this be?
No, I just crunched it up and I haven't used it to anything.
And what could this be?
What does this look like the most, guys?
I thought lips when at
I
first.
think lips.
Bird or lips?
Say lips, innit?
This is from my perspective, I'm not in your psyche, but how I would interpret this whole thing is like, these are the things that you worry about. So I guess business, branding, and maybe things in your ego. So maybe like how your followers and stuff like that make you feel. And then obviously love, romance, things that are at the top of your mind that you're not willing to engage with at the moment. And I don't know what this would be fair. Maybe it's just something else that could be living in your head rent free. And then you have this is like your way to escape that. So that's kind of how I'm interpreting it. These are the things that are actively on your head or in your mind. Making money, business, content, creating clothes, romantic life, maybe wedding, Dory, whatever she's going through.
Preparation.
And then this is your place of escape, your silent moment in the car.
That's interesting. I mean, I don't really worry about Instagram like that, to be honest, too much. But maybe in terms of like these two, because obviously we're preparing for a wedding, and that's a bloody a lot. There's a lot. So yeah, I guess so. That's what it is. Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that there. How do you feel?
Amazing.
Would you recommend the Get Help podcast?
For sure.
Would you recommend the whole therapy session?
Definitely. I think a lot of, especially people in creative industries, you can really relate to it because it's in a different medium, different way of expressing, but yeah, through art.
Oh, thank you, Mark. And Kelvin, would you recommend art therapy as a skeptic?
100%. I can't lie, I've learned something new today. I've learned something new today. So yeah, I definitely recommend it for people. Go and get help.
Get help.
Get help.
Thank you. And on that note, thank you.
Get help.
Get help.
Get help.
Thank you. No, I was thanking both of you for participating and obviously coming onto the Get Help podcast. And thank you for you guys for obviously sharing and subscribing.
Wait, what?
Oh, okay, don't worry. So thank you guys for sharing and subscribing. I've been honored to have Kelvin here, Botch here.
No, you can say how you
and Mark here on the Get Help podcast, and that's it from us.
Thank you.